Let's start with the dangerous ones and slowly go our way to the deadliest ones on the list. Number 5. Purple Drank, also known as lean or dirty Sprite, originated from the southern United States, Houston, Texas, to be exact. It was concocted in the 1990s by people who didn't get the memo that cough syrup is supposed to be used when you're coughing. Its main ingredients are prescription strength cough syrup with codeine and promethazine. Codeine is an opioid, a class of drugs known for its high potential for addiction. Promethazine is an antihistamine supposed to make you less miserable when you have allergies. But in this case, it's to knock you out. And to top it off, you mix all these ingredients with some Sprite, and you can add candy to its flavor. Actually, people drink it to feel relaxed, with a sense of detachment. Codeine can create a powerful sense of well-being. However, the line between feeling good and overdosing is very thin. Drinking purple Drank can cause addiction, respiratory depression, unconsciousness, coma, or death. Do you want some? No, thank you. Number 4. Absinthe. It's a potent drink with 70% alcohol content. It was invented in Switzerland in 1792 as a medical remedy. Sounds innocent, right? Don't be fooled. Absinthe is made with herbs like fennel and wormwood. Wormwood contains tujone, a chemical that can lead to serious issues if consumed in large quantities. We are talking about hallucinations, delirium, and even insanity. Some folks didn't just experience these effects, they could die from it, often from alcoholism. Following a drinking binge that starts with 2 shots of absinthe, a man murders his wife and children in Switzerland. This danger led it being banned in many countries in the early 20th century, but slowly began revising it and allowing its production by time. I know you want to know, what does it taste like? I will tell you either ways. Its flavor is just as intense. Ernest Hemingway once described it as tasting like licorice in his short story Hills Like White Elephants. A lot of people agree with that, but there is more to the story. The Wormwood Society argues that a quality absinthe shouldn't taste like candy at all. Instead, it should have a flavor that's slightly bitter, dry, complex, and subtle. They say one sip will let you see green fairies. Who'll risk his life for that? So basically, in order to hallucinate, you need to follow these rituals. You'd slowly drip water over a sugar cube into a glass of absinthe, watching as it turns cloudy. This process is called louching. But then, someone decided to spice things up. Soaked the sugar in alcohol, lit it on fire, and voila! Instant spectacle. Impressive? Sure. Authentic? No. Number 3. Moonshine is a high-proof liquor produced illegally. It got its name from the tradition of making it at night to avoid the law. Also known as hooch, it's basically an alcohol made by the mash of corn and sugar. Basically, moonshine isn't aged. Unlike whiskey or bourbon, this stuff goes straight from the still to your glass. What makes it dangerous is that it has a high alcohol content, more than 100 proof. But it's not just the high alcohol you should worry about. Oh no. See, when moonshine is distilled, methanol, a byproduct of the process, can sneak its way into the mix. And methanol is no joke. It's the same stuff we use in fuel, pesticides, and paint thinner. Just 10 milliliters of methanol can cause permanent blindness, and 30 milliliters? That's enough to kill you. For context, a standard moonshine shot glass holds 40 milliliters. Interesting. The distilling process produces highly flammable vapors, which is why moonshine operations are done outdoors. Babe, show me some magic. Even with all these dangers, some people still seek out moonshine. Why? To create magic. Drinking moonshine can lead to sedation, confusion, aggressive behavior, and even blackouts. Number 2, Everclear. Everclear is a brand name of rectified spirit or grain alcohol produced by Luxco USA. This stuff is as pure as it gets, bottled at a range of 60% to a staggering 95% alcohol by volume. Most spirits clock in at around 40%, so Everclear is playing in a whole different league. In fact, the 190 proof variant is so intense that some states have straight up banned it. Luxco's response? Release a 189 proof version cause, that one extra person was clearly the problem. During the pandemic, people actually panic bought it to use it as a disinfectant. Now, if that doesn't scream, don't drink this! I don't know what does. Even the company labels it as an unfinished ingredient, meaning it's meant to be mixed, not gulped. But here's the thing. Even as a mixer, it's still dangerous. Drinking Everclear is easy to drink, more than you realize, because it has no smell or taste once diluted. Next thing you know, you've got alcohol poisoning because you mistook it for water. Rookie mistake. Everclear is so dangerous that it can literally explode if it gets to an open flame. It's also illegal in several states, like California, Florida, and New York. Number 1. Changa. It's a potent drink from Kenya's slums. The name translates into kill me quietly, which is spot on. It's made from a mix of seeds, grains, and sometimes even menstrual blood, and is often cut with jet fuel, embalming fluid, and battery acid. 'Cause why not? Changa is brewed at home with whatever ingredients people can find. It's served in old tins, plastic tubs, or used bottles. Despite being illegal, changa is a staple at social gatherings and religious events because it's cheap, about 5 times less than a beer, and packs a punch of 34% alcohol content. A shot can set you back only 5 Kenyan shillings or about $0.01. You'll say that you'll never drink that, but people there are selling their bodies or trading just to get their fix. People who drink changa often have tooth erosion, mouth burns, stomach ulcers, liver damage, cognitive issues. They're often found semi-conscious on the streets.